officiated. The level of disrespect was above and beyond. They have a guy fall down and trip on his own teammate's foot. They review us for a hostile act. They throw an elbow to our chest, neck area. I ask for him, at least take a look at it, right? Just show us the respect to take a look at it, okay? No one would take a look at it, okay? The disrespect has gone far enough, and I'm not gonna allow our guys to be treated the way that they were treated tonight. We deserve a level of respect because we're competing our tails off and bringing something positive to this league, right? We're growing young players. Our young players are competing their tail off. The least that they could do is get the same respect that everybody else in this league gets and get refereed the same way that everybody else in this league gets reffed. And enough is enough of it. And what you saw tonight was disgusting. It was a disgusting display of disrespect towards our guys and what we're trying to do.
JB Bickerstaff went off. He went off. I got ejected. And yeah, I was watching the game, man, and I was at the game. It was a lot of inconsistencies. It was a lot of inconsistencies in how they called it. And that's been the thing, Jaylen Brown, he said some things about it. And the referee has been bad. I mean, the league is bad. I don't think that's no secret. The league is bad. I don't think that's a secret. And the league is bad. I heard Crispy Flake say the league is, I forgot who he blamed for the league being bad. The league is bad because of Adam Silver. Adam Silver he probably beat that commissioner in Major League Baseball. Who was it? Bud Seeley? Trashiest commissioner of all time. They competing for it. Check out Detroit Pistons Talk playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, right? But yeah, trash all the way around. Ain't so many ways you can describe it. It's trash. I like the way they ref the Thunder games, honestly. And I feel like they should continue to ref the games and let them be physical. That's basketball. Now, some of the hitting the people in the nuts, the dirty plays, I don't like it. But good, hard basketball is supposed to be a sport. Every time you get touched, it's not supposed to be a foul call. You're supposed to play through contact. You're supposed to be able to hand check. You know what I'm saying? And they're changing these rules, and our American players are struggling in international play because they're changing these rules more towards entertainment than for what the sport really truly is. It's a sport. It's not entertainment. It shouldn't be about actresses and actors and flopping. The referees shouldn't be the stars of the show. There shouldn't be a bunch of pointless calls where people foul bait and people throw their shoulder and flail their arms up in the air. We shouldn't have that. We shouldn't have it. We should not have it. We should not have it. We should not have it. So hopefully they figure it out. Yeah, I'm saying hopefully they figure it out that it's a sport. And, this needs to be consistently called. And the Pistons, they don't get the same calls. I mean, Cade brought it up, about the foul bait, and he don't get the same calls as this person. It's crazy. And at some point, you got to call it out. At some point, you got to take the fine, and sometimes you just don't want to say nothing. But they have a saying, person that remains silent, is guilty. It's also part of the problem. If you see it and you don't say nothing, especially if it's like real criminal shit, you're just as guilty as the criminal is. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I'm glad Jaylen Brown speaking up. I'm glad JB Bickerstaff speaking up. I'm glad Cade started kind of saying something, because remember with Harden, it was a whole thing with James Harden. Remember it got so bad with James Harden where people started defending him with their hands behind their back. And it shouldn't be about acting and actress. If you want to be an actor, go, star in Blue Chips too, or go get them to make Blue Chips too. It shouldn't be about that. Respectfully, it shouldn't be about that. We should be in a world and a sport where it's a sport. Yeah, some bumping, there's some slapping. It's some good hard fouls. But these little fouls and he tripped over his own ankle. He did. I seen it. And they wasn't calling it the same way. But what the bigger issue is just they gambling. They gambling out here. They gambling. They gambling. They gambling. They are gambling. So when you gambling like that, the referees are dictating the game because they're controlling the flow of the game. You notice you'll see teams that should be a blowouts. You'll see games that should be blowouts. You'll see games where everybody is sitting, and they play a team that's pretty much at full strength, and the team that's sitting there win. NBA is crooked, man. Money is corrupted the NBA, from the betting to them turning a real profit back in the day, and really being on that stage because of Magic and Bird and Michael taking it to the next level. You got to ask yourself, respectfully ask yourself this: if you had a business and it was best, let's just say you had a business, let's use WNBA, right? You think it's best for the WNBA to let Caitlin Clark win, put Caitlin Clark on the pedestal, let her get 6 straight or 3-peat a couple times? Honestly, it's probably best for the business. And we're going to be honest, it's probably best for the business that they let her do that. It's probably best. It is probably best for the business. They'll turn more profits, sell more jerseys, create more rivalries. And then when she finally lose, they let her lose one. It's a big thing. Same thing. If your business was banging because you sold a special type of chicken, some chicken, you sold a special chicken. Once you and you don't sell it, you sell a good amount of the turkey wings, you sell a good amount of hamburgers, but the chicken is why people came. You're gonna order more chicken. You're gonna order more of the ingredients that you need to make this particular chicken. So when you start putting money into things, money is very demonic in a lot of situations. A lot of people, they kill for some money. They steal for some money. They cross their mothers for money. They cross their fathers for money. They cross their brothers for money. They do anything for money. They smoke crack for money. So you gotta remember that, dog. So I feel what he's saying. It's frustrating for sure. It's frustrating for sure, but we'll see what happens. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. That subscribe button, hit the bell icon button, hit all notifications, increase your chance for notifications. We go live, drop video. Peace.
It's already in the past. It's over with. So I just got to move forward. To be honest, I don't think I deserve to get ejected, but it is what it is.
You're more motivated today after how Tuesday ended?
No, I wasn't more motivated. Obviously, I was pissed that I didn't get to compete in that game. That was another big-time matchup that I had circled on my calendar. Obviously, playing against the Spurs, it was a good team, and I came out to a great start. I felt great. I felt like I was ready to have a big-time performance, and, my night got ended short. In certain spots, maybe I could have been a little bit better, but, you're passionate. It's a big game. You want to see emotion. You want to see your star players showing that emotion. I don't think I deserve to get tossed. And, I think the NBA agreed because I didn't get fined or anything like that. So it is what it is. It happens. People make mistakes. But I'm just looking forward now.
You got 14 free throws tonight, though.
Yeah, I think that might be a record this season. So I don't know. Maybe it all works in the end. But, I don't foul bait. I'm not looking to, flop or anything like that. But it's almost like you got to. It's almost like because there's a couple plays in the fourth quarter where I feel like I drove strong, went up strong, and I didn't get the benefit of the doubt. But maybe if I would have flopped, maybe I would have been able to sell that call, and those decide games. So it's like, we commend players for, playing the game the right way, but, we we give the benefit to those who, who necessarily are trying to manipulate the game into their advantage. I just don't think it's basketball. Like, let's just play basketball. All the foul baiting, I think it's whatever for me. But I thought we played good tonight. I thought we competed tonight. One possession game. If we come up with that rebound, maybe we make a play and we can still win on the road. Didn't happen, but I'm proud of my group.